Hey everybody, welcome back to the Nightmare Collective. I'm Chris. Thanks for stopping by and watching my review for Missing. So this is a little bit different than what I typically do. I usually do horror stuff. This is a little thrillery, and I just wanted to go ahead and talk about it because I really enjoy Searching, which I picked up the other day. I was like, you know what? I was picking up some other stuff from Best Buy and they had this and I was like, I don't own Searching. I really like Searching. And so I rewatched this in preparation for Missing. Yes, they're very different movies, but the directors are the same, the editing style is the same, and all of that. And so I was like, you know what? Let me rewatch this to kind of see how I feel about Searching going into Missing. Going into that, I really like Searching a lot. I like John Cho a lot, and I just like the whole conceit of the movie and how they play it out with the digital screens and stuff like that. I think it's a really cool concept that was effectively done, and it could have been like mangled and done, to hell, but it was really executed well in that first movie. And so getting the same team to come back and kind of do a different story and a different take. Searching was about a father looking for his missing daughter. This is about a daughter looking for her missing mother. And so I like the swap here because the dad really has a lot of emotions about the daughter and he really knows what to do in these situations. And so with this, you've got a young girl who's just 18 and her mother goes off with this dude she doesn't know to Colombia. And so now she's left in America trying to figure this out. And she's 18. It's very different because, like as an adult, you're like, okay, these are the things I would do. I would call the cops. I would do this. I would do this. I would do this. Whereas she's using all of her resources as an 18-year-old and doing things that I probably wouldn't even think about. And so that's what's interesting. And it also being in another country lends itself to being this like not as intimate movie as Searching was, but this like broad spanning thing. So she's got to reach out and find different ways to get information from Colombia. So I really like all of that. That's kind of the premise here. She's searching for her mom and her father has passed away, a long time ago. And so she's still like riling with the loss of him and still fighting with her mother because she's 18. And so a lot of that is really well done, for a movie that is shot through like webcams and like through iMessages and phone calls. They are able to convey emotion insanely well in these movies. Like even in Searching, like I was just so wrapped up in what they're doing because you're having to pay attention to all of this stuff. And so I think that is what's interesting about this concept is that we live our lives through screens. And so that is our innate ability to like recognize that and kind of process all that at one time because that's how we live our lives. We live our lives, especially someone like me where it's like I'm editing, I'm doing this, I'm answering emails, I'm doing all of these things at once. And so watching this girl, mentally go through things with like 100 things open, it was stressing me out a little bit, her on her Mac with like 1,000 sticky notes. But I like all of that. And so as a viewer, you're able to just immediately accept and know what's going on because you're like, oh, that's what my MacBook looks like, that's what my daughter's MacBook looks like. I got 1,000 things open. Or the mom not being able to like recognize when she's on Siri. There's a lot of good stuff in here that I like a lot. So the acting is top notch. Storm Reed, who plays our main character, June, is incredible. And she's, like I said, this is one person having to carry a movie. Just like John Cho in Searching, she has to carry this movie emotionally and acting-wise because she's mostly the only one that is like physically on screen acting, and she does a phenomenal job. So overall, I really like this movie. I highly recommend if you haven't seen Searching that you check that out. I mean, you can go see Missing now. It's in theaters, and I highly recommend you go see it. If you want to go on a date or take a friend of yours, or your mom or dad. It's a great movie that is like, a low bar. They don't need to know anything. They just go in and have a good time. I had grandma and grandpa behind me today with their blankets on, and I was like, that does seem like a movie that, older people could go to and like blanket up anyway. But I really enjoyed it. It's a great little thriller, and like I said, definitely check out Searching as well. I highly recommend both of them, and I'm looking forward to what this team does next. And so because they moved this kind of genre that they've created now in a cool direction, I'm curious to see how they evolve it in possibly a third film. I don't know what it would be called. Searching, Missing, Found? Maybe? I don't know. Nobody knows where they went. Anyway, I don't know what they'll call it, but that's pretty much all I've got. Thanks for stopping by and watching my review for Missing. Let me know down below. Are you going to see Missing? Have you seen Missing? What did you think about Missing? And if you like what I do here, consider becoming part of the collective. I'm leaving some videos for you. And here we go. So I recently did an unboxing and review for They Live Steelbook, so definitely check that out. And then I also did a reaction to the Scream 6 trailer, so check that out. I did just have dental surgery, so if I sound a bit weird in that video, that is why. I'm still getting over it. I got an implant. All right, that's all I've got, and I'll talk to you guys later.